Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the professional level of the Youngevity compensation plan. Hopefully you've watched the beginner and the advanced videos because we're going to jump right in and you should definitely understand how to read the compensation plan from those first two videos. Now I guess the first thing to mention is that to be a professional in this business or in this company really doesn't have anything to do with the position that you're at with the compensation plan or how much money you earn. Being a professional in this business has more to do with your commitment and your attitude. And nobody is just going to make $10,000 a month right away. They're going to have to work up to that. But it's the exact same level of commitment, the exact same actions, and the exact same attitude that's going to get you to make either $100 a month or $100,000 a month. Okay, so the first thing that I want to cover here is what's called frontline placement. Now, the lingo of the pyramid really doesn't matter that much until you've committed to becoming professional, because as you know from the first couple of videos, you can very safely stay at the brand associate level, just put in your 100 QV order, and not actually have to worry about any pyramid structure or anything like that. You've just got some customers and some friends and family, and unless you have customers or distributors down there on the 4th and 5th level, there is no extra money to be earned by ranking up to the next two positions on the compensation plan. But once you are building this business and you're building it into a pyramid structure, because you don't want it to be all customers and distributors on your front line. Your front line is your first level. Any customer or distributor of yours is called your downline, and anybody above you, the person that signed you up, the person above them, depending on how many people there, all of them are your upline. Similarly, anybody who's in your downline, not only are you their upline, but so is your uplines. Your uplines are also their uplines. And how this works is we basically work for the people downline. The upline works for the downline. I know pyramid schemes are normally talked about like, oh, it's the person on the top that makes all the money. Well, it might be true that the people higher up are more likely to earn more. You can absolutely out-earn the people above you. I out-earn the person above me. I'm pretty sure I out-earn most of the people above me. And similarly, it would be awesome to see somebody beneath me in the downline earn more than me. That means they're doing really well, and I will be earning some of that too, for sure. But anyways, the point here is that since most distributors don't do very many signups, and most people in this company are customers, it means a very few people are doing a lot of signups. That's why the structure tends to look more like a pancake than a pyramid. So this is what frontline placement is all about. You can take accounts that you've enrolled for the first 30 days in the back office here. We're not just going to youngevity.com. I always use the back office, and I like the old back office. So you should save this as a bookmark, save it on your desktop, save it on your phone, so that you can just go right into the back office, and you go to genealogy and then frontline placement, and you can see all the people that you've enrolled for the last 30 days. Now, these could be people that you physically, manually signed up. You went into the back office or whatever and you signed them up, or you called the company, you signed them up. Or this could be somebody that you gave them your link and they bought a product, and in that process they signed up as a preferred customer or a distributor. That account will also show up in this frontline placement, whether you physically manually did it or not. So you can take any of those accounts and move them under your other distributors. Why is this important? Because the compensation plan is optimized when it is in a pyramid structure. You do not need 100 people on your front line. I only have a few of my friends on my front line, and then all of the customers that come in, they get frontline placed down somewhere else. Now again, why? Because I'm a one-star executive. That means I need 3 sales associates under me on my front line. So we have something like this. You have your 3 distributors on your front line, and this could be any amount, but whatever it is. Now let's say the first 2 people, no problem, they've already got at least 3 customers with 50 QV orders. They're all good. But my third person only has 2. Well, this is great for me to frontline place one of my customers down that I got that month, so that he qualifies as a sales associate, so that I qualify as a 1-star, so that I can get my car bonus, I can get my coding bonus, and I can get the infinity bonus, which is earning commissions off of all of the levels down to infinity. So if you have no distributors under you, then frontline placement does not matter. But once you do have any distributors under you, frontline placement does matter. Now, you don't want to place all of your customers under one distributor or anything like that. That's actually a mistake I did in this business. I started this business with a girlfriend, and we put all of the accounts that we're getting under her so that we could get 2 paychecks on it. But long term, that's not great. You do want to help build all of the lines if that's what you're doing. And by the way, your upline is not obligated to do this. I don't expect accounts from my uplines at all. Maybe unless I went somewhere and directly helped them do an event or something. Maybe the customers we got from that event would go under me so that they would benefit both of us. But generally, I don't expect them to place any accounts under me. And people shouldn't expect that from me either, except I do have a website and a media marketing campaign. We do have a lot of extra customers. So if you are my downline, you can feel free to communicate with me or reach out with me. This goes for anybody who's serious about this. Remember, I just said my uplines are your uplines. You should absolutely feel free to reach around and see who is up there. Meet them. Maybe some of them you will really like. I have mentors and friends in the upline. They're good people. And even if you weren't in my downline, that's probably true as well. There's probably good people up there. They probably have interesting strategies and a lot that you can learn from them. And they'll probably be willing to help you. Remember, they work for you. If I get an email from a customer, I try and answer it right away. I don't always see them right away, but it tries to be done right away because I work for those people, right? Those people make the orders. They pay me. I hope this makes sense. This is critical. Don't think you can just sit back with your feet up and let your distributors do all the work. You work for your distributors and you work for your customers. And you also have an infrastructure team above you that is there to help you. So don't think that you're in this by yourself, although your ultimate success will have a lot to do with just you and your effort and your commitment and your attitude. This feels like a bit of a ramble for a compensation plan video, but you already understand the compensation plan at this point. You already understand how to read it, and that's how to determine your position each month, and that will tell you how much you can earn that month. But you need to know if you're trying to grow this, that you can also help your distributors rank up, which ranks you up if you do it properly. Okay, having said all of this, now let's get into the next most complicated thing on the compensation plan, because at this point you will be able to understand the entire compensation plan except for the line down here at the bottom that says coding bonus. Now I will admit the coding bonus is complicated. It is difficult to understand. Don't worry if you don't understand it at first, but let's jump into it. The coding bonus starts at the sales associate position. Now remember, the main relevance of the sales associate position, obviously you can earn off of your 4th level now, but the sales associate builds 1-star executives, which is the major benchmark position that we all want to aim for. But it also comes with a coding bonus. A coding bonus only matters for mega pack sales. If you sell a mega pack, you are entitled to a coding bonus. That's the first thing that you need to know. Coding bonus only matters for mega packs. On top of that, you do not qualify as what's called a CEO qualified distributor. Remember, the mega packs are called CEO mega packs. This is how this goes together. If you bought a mega pack to start with, then you are automatically a CEO qualified distributor. If you've been a distributor and you've ordered a cumulative 500 QV, you've ordered 500 QV throughout however long you've been in this company, on your account, you've ordered 500 QV, at that moment you're now also a CEO qualified distributor. So now you can get coding bonuses if you've ordered 500 QV or you've bought a mega pack yourself. And you sell a mega pack, now you can get a coding bonus. Now there's actually more to that. It's not just if you sell it. We will get there. What makes this a little bit more complicated is that you have to already be at that rank before you qualify for your coding bonus. So let's say you're a sales associate. You've got 3 customers on your front line. Every month they order over 50 QV. You're all good. You've been qualified as a sales associate. Now you enroll someone. They happen to be your 4th customer. They buy a mega pack. They start with a mega pack. Now there's a coding bonus on this. But those first 3 legs that you have, remember, every person on your front line represents 1 leg. Anybody who's under that person, that's all in the same leg. So you've got 3 legs to start with at least to be a sales associate. But you had those legs before you were a sales associate. This is key. You used those 3 customers in order to rank up to a sales associate. Now you're qualified to earn a coding bonus. But only on new legs. If you frontline place your new customer who bought that mega pack, if you frontline place them into one of your old legs that existed before you ranked up to sales associate, you do not get a coding bonus. So you want to leave that mega pack order on your frontline. And if anything, you can frontline place new mega pack orders into that new leg. but you don't want to put this new leg into one of the old legs that you had before you ranked up. Here's the thing. Since you were a sales associate when you enrolled that fourth line with that mega pack, your coding bonus for that leg, the whole leg, forever is stuck at $15 because you were a sales associate when you created that leg. I know this coding bonus is complicated. This is why I have to go slow with this. So forever, once you've enrolled this, now you're entitled to a coding bonus of $15. Now, if you look at the other coding bonuses, everything above $15, they all say up to. The next one is up to $35, and then the maximum coding bonus is up to $190. Why does it say up to? This is because people under you can cut you off because they can earn a coding bonus, and the coding bonus is a total. So you can see on the compensation plan, there is a total of $190 unlocked when somebody buys a mega pack. Now, whoever sells that mega pack, they're automatically going to get $100, which is what the basic compensation works out to, having nothing to do with coding bonuses and nothing to do with your rank. As long as you are at least a brand associate and you sell a mega pack, you will get $100. The math on that is because there is a $70 bonus flat out for selling a mega pack. You get $70, but then there's also 100 BV on the mega pack. This explains why there's so low BV on the mega pack, because there's a coding bonus, number one, there's another bonus for $70, number two, and so what's left is that 100 BV. That 100 BV, since you just enrolled this account, you know that you get 26% of the BV plus half of your normal compensation, depending on which level they are on the compensation plan. So if you've enrolled somebody and you haven't Frontline placed them anywhere, that means they're on your front level, and normally you would get 8% off of your first level, but since it's the first 30 days, everybody only gets half of that. So you get 4% of the BV, which is $4, plus 26% for your quick start bonus, which is 26% of the BV of any new orders for the first 30 days. Therefore, you have 30% of your 100 BV, which is $30, added to your $70 for your bonus for enrolling a mega pack. Now you have $100. So that's for anybody. Anybody sells a mega pack, as long as you're a brand associate, you get at least $100. If you are ranked up, now you're a sales associate, that account that you just enrolled will earn you another $15. That's $115 total for this one sale. Now, if that person on your front line, on your fourth leg, or beyond, it doesn't matter, if they sold a mega pack, because they started with the mega pack, so someone says, hey, you're looking great, what have you done differently? They say, oh, I bought this big package of products that was kind of expensive, but hey, it's really transformed my life. Whatever, they make this sale. Someone else is interested in buying the mega pack. They do that. You help them do that. They get $100. You still get your $15. That's the coding bonus for this leg that you've created, because you were a sales associate when you created this leg. They sold the mega pack. There is up to $190 unlocked when a mega pack is sold, but you get your $15. Why? Because they don't have any rank themselves. Now let's kick this up. Let's assume they actually do rank. They actually happen to get 3 customers over a few months or whatever. They got 3 customers, 50 QV. They happen to be ordering 150 QV themselves. Now they sell a mega pack. They get their $100, plus they get the coding bonus now, because they ranked up like you did. They already had their 3 customers. They ranked up to sales associate. The next month or whatever, they sold a mega pack. Now they get that $15. You don't get that $15. They cut you off of that. And in that leg, you're stuck at $15. That's a sales associate leg. If that person sells any mega packs, you don't get it. Anybody else in that leg, as long as they don't rank, you might get it. But if it happens in a leg where somebody else down there ranks to a sales associate, they're going to cut you off of that coding bonus. People above you might be able to get a coding bonus, but let's move forward so you can understand that. And actually, PS, remember the BV on a mega pack is very low. It's only 100 BV. There's a lot of money involved for selling a mega pack, and there's a lot of money in coding bonuses, and you will understand this by the end of this video. But for the average person, everybody else in the downline only gets half of what they would normally get on a regular leg. There's only 100 BV. So say somebody on my front line enrolls a mega pack and I don't get a coding bonus. They get whatever they get. I only get $4. For a mega pack sale, it's $500. I only get $4 off of that. Person above me only gets $3.50. Person above them only gets $3. And then all the way up, the people who normally earn 2% off of me and everything I do because they're way up the line, they only get 1% of that BV. A mega pack is sold way down line and they don't get a coding bonus. They only get $1 off of that mega pack. Meanwhile, the person who sold it could get as much as $290. Why? Because everybody's entitled to the $100 right off the bat as long as they don't frontline place it, which would take it down a little bit. And there's up to a $190 coding bonus, and that is possible. So it's possible to sell a mega pack for $500 and get $290 compensation for it. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's move this situation forward. You've got your 4 legs. Now let's say these customers actually at this point, they're ordering 100 and I'm ordering 200 myself. So now I'm a senior associate. Now my coding bonus is up to $35. So hypothetically here, I enroll a 5th leg here with a mega pack. There's nobody else in the way. The account is on my front line, so I get $135. But I also have a $35 coding bonus on that leg forever. So let's replay the previous situation. Let's say this person that I enrolled with this mega pack ends up getting a few customers who order at least 50 QV each. They've ranked up to sales associate, and the next month or a few months down the road, they enroll someone for a mega pack. They get $115. They get their $15 coding bonus, and they get their $70 bonus, and they get their 26% of the BV plus half of their normal for their front line, which is 4%. Which totals $100 for that and $15 for the coding bonus. And you get $20 because that leg, you were a senior associate when you enrolled that leg. Now I'm going to assume you're still a senior associate because obviously if you don't rank this month, if you don't put an order in this month, you don't get anything. You don't get commissions or coding bonus. Well, let's assume you're a senior associate this month as well. You get the $20 that floats up to you. And again, that's $20 for a sale that you did not make. And otherwise, you're also going to be making your 4% because it's on your 2nd level. So that's $4. Total of $24. Now, we don't need to go through every single rank here on the compensation plan because hopefully now you can understand this. If you're at 1 star, any legs that you create while you're 1 star will have a $100 coding bonus, up to $100 coding bonus. That means any mega packs that get sold in that leg, assuming there's no one else ranking in the way to cut you off of it, which they could. Someone could cut you off for $15. Someone could cut you off for $35. Or one of those people in this line could become a 1-star executive themselves. Now, all the mega packs that they ever sell, you're never going to get a coding bonus on that. They're always going to get a coding bonus on that. They've cut you off. But this is part of why it does make sense to keep ranks. Now, obviously, I'm 1-star executive. There's lots of incentive for me to keep my rank all the time. I've only missed it once. It was totally a mistake. I don't ever want to have that happen again because my car bonus is included with that rank. Obviously, the infinity bonus, which isn't actually that huge of a deal for me, by the way. I've been doing this 6 years, and even for me, there's not that many people down on these lower levels. It still is very, very wide. There's lots and lots of people on the 3rd and 4th and 5th level, for example, with all these frontline placements. Why? Because who am I supporting? The people on my front line. Well, if they need to rank up, who do I also need to help support? The people on their front line, right? You get it. You keep going all the way down until you get a nice pyramid. But it takes quite a long time to be having 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 levels down, right? You got to think that each node here to create a new level is a distributor. And not everyone that you're enrolling is a distributor. And not every distributor that you enroll actually does anything. So it takes quite a while to get deep in this pyramid. It's much more wide. Again, that's the importance of frontline placement because you don't need 100 people on your front line. And if you do end up enrolling 100 people over the course of years, which is what serious people do, you got all these accounts where you can really help build these little pyramids, which build the bigger pyramids, which unlock the new bonuses and such. Not the new bonuses, the new positions and new earning opportunities. So let's go all the way here. Let's go to 5-star executive because 5-star and above, they all have a coding bonus of $190. So once you reach 5-star, and 5-star is a huge goal. This is like years away. To reach 5-star, you've got to have 9 1-star legs. 9 of your legs have to have a 1-star executive somewhere in there. I mean, that alone is a huge, huge thing. But if you're there, you get a $190 coding bonus. So So that's the point where if you enroll someone with a mega pack and you are a 5-star executive and you put it either into a new leg or a leg that already existed when you were 5-star executive, assuming nobody ranks in the way, you will get a $190 coding bonus plus your regular $100. And of course, if anybody in that leg ends up with any of these ranks before 5-star, they can cut you off of some of the coding bonus. But maybe it's only a sales associate. They get a $15 coding bonus. You've got 190. Right? This is where it really starts to become important, and I hope this makes sense. Up in these higher levels, someone below you sells a mega pack. They get a $15 coding bonus. Maybe there's nobody else in the way between you and them. You get a $175 coding bonus for the mega pack that they sold. Now remember, $175 is more than somebody gets for selling a mega pack when they first start. When you first start and you don't have a coding bonus, the most you make off that mega pack is $100. Meanwhile, that mega pack that you sold, if there's people who rank above you and you exist in a leg that they already had a rank at when they enrolled it, say someone was 5-star when they created the leg that you find yourself in, anytime you sell a mega pack, they're getting more than you, most likely. And they could be 10 or 20 levels up, it doesn't matter. They could be out earning you on these mega pack sales. Remember, this doesn't mean that they earn more in total. If they are 5-star, they probably do earn more in total. But it doesn't necessarily. Just because they're upline doesn't mean that they earn more than you. And just because they have a sweet coding bonus now and then, it's not an everyday thing, doesn't mean they make more than you. But you can see how this can be pretty incredible when you get up here to these bigger levels, because you can literally make more than the person who's making the sale off of it. Okay, now having said all of this, that's pretty much all you need to understand for the professional level, at least on the technical end. This has nothing to do with actually making the sales and all of that. There's lots of stuff that's involved and you should know for all of that, and we'll make more content in the future. But this really now should help you understand the total earning potential. That by the time you play this game, this compensation plan, and you do rank up, you have multiple earning potentials. You have the earning potential on your residual customers, which is everybody in the pyramid who's doing all of their regular orders. Plus you have the opportunity to have these car bonuses that come into play in the 1-star executive level and above. And of course these coding bonuses, which at $15 does not sound like much, and it isn't a big deal at $15. But when it does become a big deal is at these higher ranks. And they become such a big deal that coding bonus makes up a huge proportion of what the company actually pays out. And they pay more out in coding bonuses than they do in residual commissions, which is incredible. Okay, so now we understand the compensation plan, and now you understand the importance of the mega packs. So let's talk a little bit more about the mega packs. I know they can sound a little bit intimidating. They cost a little bit more. I mean, they cost $500, so they cost a lot more than some people are going to be expecting when they come into this. But remember a few things. First of all, people come to us with problems very typically. If they sit down with Dr. Wallach is going to recommend something for all of if they mention they have a circulation problem, he's going to recommend a circulation support product. If they mention they have a bone and joint problem, he's going to recommend bone and joint support products. If they also say that they have a blood sugar problem, he's also going to recommend blood sugar support. If they're overweight, now the price starts to double and triple and quadruple because all the packages are based on their body weight. So if you're getting an actual recommendation from Dr. Wallach, it can be several $100s. So it's very easy to compare that with the mega pack, because if someone buys just all those products on their own, there is no coding bonus, right? It doesn't work the same way. So what is the benefit of a mega pack? Well, first of all, a lot of people are going to need a lot of support anyways, and all of the different mega packs have a whole bunch of different things in it. So it's just an easy way to get them started with a bunch of product. That's number one. Number two, if anyone's interested in doing this business-wise, now that we've come this far, we understand the importance of the mega packs. If the person starts on a mega pack, they're setting themselves up for a very good business experience, very easy business experience. Why? Because you're recommending the thing that you started on. You're recommending the thing that you paid for, the thing that you got benefits for. I don't have a clean story like that. My story is a bit messy. I started on one product. I used it for a year. I liked it, but it didn't fix my health problems. I started this other one, and then miraculously in less than 7 days, all my pain was gone. I mean, it sounds great, but actually I can make it more complicated too, and that's not good. It's easier to have an easy story. A mega pack has a whole bunch of different products in it. if we were talking about all those products individually, it would be both complicated and boring. No one cares about products until they care about them, if that makes sense. They don't care about them until they've done something for them. I don't even like to talk about products until someone's already made a commitment to do something about it. But the mega pack makes it easy to think about, it makes it easy to visualize, and it makes it easy to create a value proposition around. It's a mega pack, it's got a bunch of products in it. It's going to benefit someone in multiple different ways. It contains some of the mega packs, they're all different, but some of the mega packs contain the same stuff that I would be pitching them anyways. The same regular 90 essential nutrients and some basic support stuff, connective tissue, selenium, etc. Stuff that we talk about all the time. So the mega pack already has this in it. It already sets you up ready to go. And it's not that far off cost-wise for someone who does need a lot of support. Now let me say that I was actually one of those people who really could have used a mega pack. And I know that one product essentially got me out of pain. Well, two products when they were in combination. But adding the one product got me out of pain. And ultimately, that didn't cost me very much. They were sample packs, actually. But it would have been about $25 worth of product if I added it up. But it fixed me. Would I really have needed a mega pack? No and yes. Remember, I had to wait a year until I figured out this other product thing. And the guy who sold me the one product, he was already trying to pitch me on the next product. But what he's trying to do in that situation is upsell me. Right? I've already been sold on the one product, and I was trying to upsell me. It was difficult for him. It took him a year. He had to take me to an event and give me sample packs to convince me the benefit of me adding this second product to my regimen. But he could have started me off with both of those products at once. Both of those products already exist in packages. He could have sold me a package. He could have pitched me a package. And when it came to a mega pack is kind of expensive. $500 US, by the way, plus $40 shipping because you can't get it on an auto ship, plus the taxes in my province of Ontario, 13%, plus the conversion from the US to the Canadian dollar tends to be over $800 Canadian, by the way. So it's quite a bit. It's quite a big deal, actually. It's quite an investment. It's quite a commitment. Remember those words, though. We're looking for commitment. We want people to commit. If they're buying one bottle of minerals, that's not a commitment. Most of the time, we're asking for a 90-day commitment at least. So it is smart to get 90 days worth of product. Mega pack might not be 90 days worth of product, by the way, but it's smarter to have a little bit more to start. And if someone had pitched it to me and I bought any kind of a package, even a smaller package, I bet I would have been out of pain a lot faster because I would have had the right combination already there. I wouldn't have had to fish around. I wouldn't have had to been upsold on it. You buy a mega pack and then you whittle your way down, which is one of the good ways about it. It's like buying a car. Now you don't have to buy a car. You might have to buy new tires. You have to do oil changes and stuff. You have to do upkeep, but you don't have to buy a new car. You already bought the car. It's kind of like what the mega pack is. You buy the mega pack and then you just need to replenish the products that you like, the products that give you the most benefit, especially if some of those products are being used in short term. We're just trying to get you a lot better, a lot quicker, and then maintenance is a much different story. There are numerous benefits to pitching the mega pack, but either way, you have to know about it. And by the way, if your customers don't know about the mega pack, they're never going to buy the mega pack. I like the mega pack also as a price anchor because the people don't need to buy a mega pack, and I will tell them that honestly. I will tell them, look, I made a budget pack, which makes it simple. It's a liquid product and an omega. It's the simplest way that you could do it. It's also the cheapest way that you could do it. So I give at least 3 price point options. I try to give it, unless I have a weird case where it's someone where I'm only recommending this one thing. This is exactly what I recommend. They trust me. They're going to take the recommendation. In most other cases, I'm going to give them at least 3 options. A budget pack, and then something in between a budget pack and a mega pack, and then ultimately a mega pack. Not everybody buys the mega pack, but some of them do. But again, 0 of them will if it's not part of your presentation or part of your proposition. And having those different price points, obviously you're dealing with different types of people. Don't assume you know what money people have. I've seen single dudes that are 18 years old start with a mega pack or more and then continue to buy $600 of products themselves. They don't have diabetes, they're not overweight, they just love it. They just feel good and they buy all their stuff, the protein shakes, whatever we got. Don't assume, basically. Some people want the best, right? When they're sitting down or when they're shopping for a television or a car or clothing, they want the best. A lot of us, are in this mindset that everybody thinks like we do, especially if we're cheap. I'm cheap. I had to learn that not everybody's cheap, and some people really want whatever the best is of the thing that they're looking for. They don't need to be shopaholics, but when they go out and buy something, they want the best. The mega pack is what's going to get them closer to the best. It's going to give them a much better starting option. And of course, if they are a business person, business inclined at all, or they're a friend of yours, they know you've been doing this business for a few years, they might be interested in doing it, but they say, hey, look, I'd like to try the products first and all that. I tell my friends honestly, hey, both, if you want to do the products or the business, my honest opinion, start with a mega pack. Especially my friends in the trades and all this, they got bad backs and they got good paychecks. I know they got expenses, but whatever. My honest opinion, it is the best. And if they do want to get into this business, you're already at your best way to start. Why? Again, this is what I said at the beginning. You started this way. It's the easiest to communicate what you started with. I bought a mega pack. I'm going to recommend mega pack. If you sell bottles of minerals, people will bring you more customers for minerals. Same if you sell healthy body start packs. If you promote Ultimate Classic, that is what people are going to tell their friends and family about. When people say, hey, Mary, you're looking great. What have you been doing differently? Mary is going to tell that person whatever they've been doing. They're going to be doing whatever you got them started on. And if you got them started on a mega pack and they work their way down, they're going to know that it all makes the proposition much simpler if you say, hey, I started on this big package of products. It's called a mega pack. Cost me a bit of money. I had to put it on the credit card. But wow, it really changed my life. And I've really found out that I actually only like a few of these products. And they turn out to be the only ones I really need anyway. So these are the ones I'm staying on. That's great. It's such an easy situation. Such an easy situation. By the time we've got to the proposition stage in the sales process, we want to make it easy. And a mega pack, though it does cost more than a healthy body start pack or a bottle of minerals, it really, really does make it easy. It's good psychologically for them as well. They have a bunch of products there. They're not as inclined to skimp out on them. Now remember, I'm not pitching this to the customer this way. I'm pitching this to you this way. You, the distributor, you need to understand why this pack exists, why psychologically a person who buys a bunch of products and makes a bigger investment is both more likely to take those products and take them at the right doses, number one. Number two, to actually recommend them. They're more likely to recommend them. Why? Because they're more invested themselves. People tend to stand behind the vehicle manufacturer of the vehicle that they drive. People who buy a Volkswagen for the first time tend to, become a little bit bigger fans of Volkswagen. People want to recommend their hairdresser. People want to recommend their people, right? Things that you're invested in, we tend to recommend to other people. There's a lot of psychological reasons behind that, but it's a very, very interesting thing. Beyond that, actually, I've sat down with several people and pitched them, a few price points. By the time we get to that point in the conversation, if I'm speaking with someone simple, I'll usually not even address the products themselves. I'll usually say, hey, I got three price point packages that I usually pitch people when they're coming with a problem. Your problems, you don't really need anything that specific. You could pick any of them. And honestly, the high rollers, they'll tend to lean more towards the mega packs anyways, and I know that. So it's very easy. But my point here is that those people, those serious people, especially wealthy people, probably won't take it seriously at all if I actually pitch them a bottle of minerals. So I'm at risk by including those lower price points for them, or anything lower than that. I would never pitch just a bottle of minerals to a wealthy person because they're not going to take it seriously. A bigger package of products, at least in a lot of people's minds, has the potential to do something. Whereas when we're selling one product, even if it's a really comprehensive product, it's just really hard to have that type of confidence in it. But the mega pack is a big old box of products. It's a big deal when it arrives. And there's a ton of support in there, and again, a whole variety of products and all this. We expect it to hit them hard. We expect them to dive into those products in a way that people wouldn't if they bought them all individually, and so on and so on. Know about the coding bonus, know about the mega pack, know about its importance, and now hopefully that helps you understand why it's important to keep your rank as well. Even if you're not earning off of that 4th and 5th level, once you are those levels, you do have those coding bonuses open to you. You might not sell a mega pack every month, but when you do, it makes a difference. And of course, when you do, that creates the possibility that months or years down the line, those legs or those people that you started on a mega pack are very likely to have passed that system down, right? They've probably enrolled people on mega packs, and hopefully those people have enrolled people on mega packs, and hopefully you can see what I'm saying. When this starts to accumulate, the pyramid starts to build, people are getting coding bonuses. They don't even need to understand this, but they get these coding bonuses. It shows up on their check. It's a lot easier to add up a paycheck when you're doing it with mega packs than it is with minerals, right? If you only need to sell, one and you get $100, I mean, that's half or what maybe most of their whole supplement program for the month, right? $100, that pays for your supplements, pays for a lot of your supplements for that month. And it takes the same amount of effort to enroll someone on a mega pack than it does on a minerals. By the way, right? All of it is the same system. The person needs the information. They need to ask some questions. You got to answer those questions. You have to give them some kind of a health evaluation. You've got to give them a recommendation. You've maybe got to handle their objections. And you've got to handle the purchase. You've done all of this work. But they could either buy a bottle of minerals, or they could buy a package of products, or they could buy a mega pack, right? And the difference is huge, because the amount of work, the difference in the amount of work that it takes to earn the same amount of money is huge, right? If you're focusing on mega packs, you're going to be adding those paychecks up much, much faster. And so are the people who are doing the recommending, whether they even know it or not, right? Go back to the beginning of these compensation plan videos. For a regular Healthy Body Start Pack, the person's going to make $30. That's great, but $30 isn't really going to move anyone, especially someone with a job. I mean, $30, yeah, it's great, but it is not much motivation. Whereas, same thing, recommending one mega pack, well, $100 is much more than $30. Obviously, it's more than 3 times, but psychologically, it's much bigger. It's a much bigger number. So I'm just saying that most people won't be motivated by the numbers, because as you understand from the earlier compensation plan videos, the numbers are not spectacular. They're not interesting numbers unless you are committed to this business. The numbers only become interesting when the business grows, the customer base grows, and there are distributors, and there are coding bonuses and car bonuses and all this other stuff. That's when it really, really matters. This is when it really, really starts to provide your lifestyle. And this could be 2, 5, 10 years down the road, who knows? But now that you understand the potential of this compensation plan, you can really, really adapt your goals to it. I hope that makes sense, right? If people don't think that they can make very much in this business, they're not going to orient very many goals around this business. And if the numbers are only $30 per enrollment and they don't understand the grand scheme of this, then it's not going to be enough for them to form an action plan, let alone carry through those actions. Doing these things is too much work. Convincing people is too much work. Even people who are really excited and positive, helping them is a lot of work in a lot of cases. It's not worth it unless you do this properly. That is the professional level, regardless of where you are in the compensation plan. And for now, guys, I think we've gone long enough. I hope this made sense. Please contact me if it does not make sense, and let me know anything else that you want me to expand on business-wise, either in the numbers or in the physical acts of sales and marketing. But for now, that's it for today, guys. I appreciate you. Until next time. And definitely check out my book, Fake Diseases. It covers all of the major topics that come up, like birth defects, blood sugar problems, bone and joint problems, cancer, autoimmune problems, and more. And it's on Amazon for just $9.99. And the audiobook read-along version is free here on YouTube, and the link for that is in the description of this video. Definitely get yourself a copy of Dr. Wallach's cookbook. This is basically a textbook teaching you everything you know about how to cook without the bad foods, particularly oil and gluten, and all of the other problematic things on the list. This is 300 pages stuffed full of recipes, every traditional recipe that you could think of, and modern dishes without the bad foods that they're usually made from. And of course, make sure to check out our food page, Notice Foods, that's on YouTube, and at Notice Foods on Instagram. We have a lot of content up there teaching you how to cook without the bad foods that Dr. Wallach describes, and Dr. Glidden's 12 bad foods, all of that, all of the rules that you need to know. And we have experienced chefs and bakers who will answer the questions in those inboxes. And I've also published a book in response to some of Dr. Wallach's criticisms, including the major articles that have been written against him on the internet. So if you are a Dr. Wallach fan or a Youngevity distributor, I definitely recommend having this book in your toolkit. I'm very excited to announce my newest book, Everything the Government Does is Bad for Us. And you can get the paperback on Amazon for just $9.99. And you can find the video read-along version or the audiobook on my website, noticebooks.org. And I have written a short book about my personal financial journey, and that of course includes lots of comments on this particular business. And of course, stay tuned for more on this subject of network marketing and finances and so on. And if you didn't know, I have a personal account here on YouTube with lots of unique and somewhat random content. I do a lot of book reviews on my Instagram, as well as on my website, noticebooks.org. And all of my books, audiobooks, and links are available on my website, noticebooks.org. And if you'd like to talk to us directly, you can call us. Actually, you can call Judy. She's downriver Detroit. You can call from anywhere in the US, Canada, Mexico, UK, Australia, New Zealand, any other country. You want to email us or send us a DM on whatever app that you want to contact us on. Instagram is super convenient for us. And that's for any sales or product information in those countries, or any distributor information.